this is Ashley back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. So let's start off with Megan Thee Stallion. It looks like Megan and Shenseea, their collaboration did not debut on the Billboard Hot 100 charts. Now, some people were asking me, why didn't Megan continue to push the record? Well, from what I've been hearing, the record is old. Okay, they actually did this collaboration like late 2020, from what I was told. And then on top of that, Megan is putting out new music, new solo music. So that's what her focus is on, from what I've been hearing. And then on top of that, Shenseea and Megan saw all the negative comments about how the record was trash and stuff like that. So that was another reason why Megan stopped promoting it, okay? But Megan does that with a lot of her features, like even the Lil Nas X feature. Once that did not debut on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, she stopped acknowledging the record. She did that with the Ozuna track that flopped, and also with BTS. Okay, so I feel like, the fans kind of discourage her from promoting the record, okay? Not everybody goes super hard on their features. Like, Nicki will promote for at least like a few weeks for a song. But not everybody has that type of motivation. See, WAP, she promoted that heavily because that was a #1 record. And, they were getting a push. But it's not the same thing with Shenseea. Okay, so hopefully Megan could get a hit record. She's definitely gonna need it. She cannot continue to put out flop records. Okay, because, people are looking at her like, how do you have 3 Grammys and you don't have no hits? Okay, your last hit record was in 2020. Now, a few people were wondering, how did Drake find out that Rihanna was pregnant? Well, Drake still talks to a few people that are close to Rihanna. That's how he found out. And he did not unfollow A$AP Rocky yesterday when the news broke out. He unfollowed A$AP Rocky days ago. Okay? But because she announced yesterday, everybody thought that he unfollowed A$AP Rocky yesterday. And that's not true. He unfollowed A$AP Rocky like days and days ago. I peeped. But I was like, why are you so petty? Now, a lot of fans feel like this is going to help Drake musically. I don't think so. Okay, I don't feel like his pen game is going to get stronger because he was throwing shots at Rihanna on Certified Lover Boy. Effing Fans is about Rihanna allegedly, and so is the other record he has with Ty Dolla $ign called Get Along Better, which is a very good song, by the way. It's one of my favorite songs on the record. But overall, the album was mid. It wasn't that great to me. I would give it like a 6 out of 10. It wasn't his best work. It seemed like it was rushed, even though he had 3 years. And allegedly, there's another version of Certified Lover Boy in the stash. But with that being said, I don't feel like this news is going to prompt Drake to be less lazy when it comes to making hit records, because the general public gasses everything that Drake does, especially when he initially drops. If people would just let Drake flop for one era, I feel like he would improve his pen game. But because y'all let him get a #1 record and he did not deserve it, he's going to continue to put out mediocre music. When Drake starts really flopping, and if he doesn't make it top 10 on Billboard, or if he doesn't debut at #1 when he releases a song, that's when he will start to improve his music. Because it's all about the numbers. Okay? Drake still feels like he got it somewhat because he's still topping the charts. Okay? And he also has the backing from Lucian, who is the CEO of Republic. Moving on to the Queen of Music's daughter, Blue. So it seems as though Blue Ivy's net worth is $500 million. Come on. Nobody believes that. Now, according to blackenterprise.com, The reason why she has this net worth is because, Camel Face and the Queen of Music have given her some royalties to their music. But even with the royalties, it still will not add up to $500 million. That's not even how much Beyonce and Camel Face make on their music. And I know that because the Queen of Music sold her publishing to Sony for $100 million. You can go look that up. So how is it that Blue Ivy is making $500 million already at the age of 10? And your net worth is what you have made when, you've been working and how many years you've been alive. So it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know if Camel Face and the Queen of Music want people to believe Blue Ivy is worth $500 million, but I need to see the Carfax because it just don't add up. If we're talking about royalties, then, it definitely don't make sense because they don't even make $500 million when it comes to, their music. Okay, Camel Face, especially now, he's not selling like that. Okay, they said that she has royalties on the 444 album and the Lion King album, but those are not even their highest selling albums. So, like I said, I feel like this is a chess move on the Carters. They're trying to act like, Blue Ivy is really making this amount of money. Even with all their investments, it doesn't add up. Moving on to Nicki Minaj. She did another interview with Dana Cortez, and she got into some things. Now, she revealed that she turned down Gunna. Okay, she was supposed to be on Pussy Power, and then he went to Drake. And the reason why she wasn't on the song is because she couldn't really write anything at the time, because she's obviously a little bit burnt out about talking about sex all the time in records. And I understand. I've been talking about how all these chicks talk about Poom Poom Shorts music and thottin' and bopping, and it gets redundant. Okay, I've been saying that for the past year and a half. Okay, and I really don't need a Nicki Minaj and Gunna collaboration anyway. Okay, I would prefer Little Baby and Nicki Minaj, and I'm glad that is the single she's putting out. Okay, moving on from that though, she did mention that she would not mind doing a verses. Now, as we know, Lil' Kim wanted to do a verses with Nicki Minaj. But from what I've been hearing, they really want her to go up against Foxy Brown. Okay, but her and Foxy don't get along. But I do feel like eventually they will squash their issues. Okay, you can't hold a grudge forever. And another person they wanted her to go up against is allegedly Missy Elliott. Okay, because Missy got some hits. So with that being said, she can't really go up against anybody else unless it's a male. And if it's a male, the only other person she can go up against is Drake. But the thing is, Drake don't really mess with Swiss Beats. Okay? Swiss Beats was talking out his neck. What was it, last year or the year before? He called Drake a pussy. So with that being said, Drake don't really mess with him. But in my opinion, I don't feel like Nicki needs to do a verses. Okay, I don't feel like she's completely done yet. I feel like verses should be for artists that are retired. Okay, if you're still going and still putting out hits, I don't feel like you should be doing a verses. So I don't feel like Kanye, Drake, the Queen of Music, I don't feel like they should be doing verses. I feel like verses should only be for people that are retired, okay, or not really making music as much, okay, because it really doesn't make sense. What if Nicki get a #1 record, okay, after the verses? So it just wouldn't make any sense. Rihanna should do one. She's basically retired, but nobody really could go up against Rihanna. That's the issue too. It's like nobody can really go up against Nicki and Rihanna except men. No other female. So let me know how you guys feel about that. If you want Nicki to do a versus, they're obviously pressuring her. And I said that before. They really want her to make amends with Lil' Kim. So anyway, Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you turn on post notifications.